Imagine this. It's Labor Day weekend, 1974. A family of 4 heads out for a peaceful camping trip in the Oregon wilderness. The sun is shining, the forest is alive with the sound of birds. And then, silence. Because by the end of the weekend, the Cowden family will vanish completely. No signs of struggle, no goodbye, just an empty campsite, like they were swallowed by the forest itself. Months later, their bodies are found, hidden inside a cave. And to this day, nobody knows who killed them. This is the terrifying unsolved case of the Cowden family murders. Richard Cowden, 28, his wife Belinda, 22, and their 2 children, 5-year-old David and 5-month-old Melissa, were like any normal family. They lived in White City, Oregon, and loved the outdoors. On September 1st, they loaded up their pickup truck and drove to Copper, a remote camping area in the Siskiyou Mountains. They weren't reckless. They weren't the type to disappear. Neighbors saw them at a local store that morning, the family smiling, buying milk. That was the last confirmed sighting of the Cowdens alive. When the family didn't show up at Richard's mother's house for dinner that night, alarms went off. Searchers rushed to the campground, and what they found was chilling. The Cowdens' truck sat parked, untouched. The family's belongings, clothes, food, even a diaper bag, all left neatly in place. On the picnic table, the milk carton Richard had just bought earlier that day. But the family, gone. It looked like they had simply stood up and walked into the forest and never returned. Search teams scoured the mountains. Helicopters, bloodhounds, hundreds of volunteers. Days turned into weeks, nothing. No footprints, no blood, no evidence of a struggle. It was like the wilderness had erased them. Then, in April of 1975, 7 months later, 2 miners exploring a remote cave stumbled on something horrific. Inside, the decomposed bodies of the Cowden family. Richard was tied to a tree just outside the cave. Belinda, David, and baby Melissa were inside, murdered. The scene was gruesome. Investigators never released all the details, but it was clear this was no accident. The family had been deliberately killed and hidden away deep in the wilderness. Police zeroed in on one man, Dwight Wayne McCarter, a violent ex-con living in the area. He had a record of assaults and was suspected in other murders. Witnesses placed him near Copper the weekend the Cowdens vanished. But here's the catch. There was never enough evidence to charge him. No weapon, no confession, nothing to prove he was the killer. Other theories swirled. A random drifter targeting campers. A cult ritual, bizarre but whispered about at the time. Even the wilderness itself, as if the forest swallowed them whole. But none of these theories ever stuck. The truth died with the Cowdens, and possibly their killer. To this day, the Cowden family murders remain one of the most disturbing unsolved cases in American history. A family who simply wanted a weekend in the woods, wiped out, hidden in a cave, and forgotten by justice. No motive, no trial, no closure. Just 4 gravestones and endless questions. What do you think happened to the Cowdens? Was it a random act of violence or something much darker hiding in the Oregon wilderness? Drop your theory in the comments below.